Hello, 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 and welcome to my channel. We are back in Planet Crafter. I've got a special bonus for you. We are not in the normal Planet Crafter. If you look down in my corner down there, it says we are in 2.004. What's that mean, you may ask? Well, this is what that means. No sand cave. No crashed ship. No rock maze. No windy river. This is a very early edition. There's no water. This is our crafting menu. But before we get started, let me remind everybody, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click that subscribe button down there. Hit that little bell next to it and you'll get notified next time I put out one of these awesome videos. And be sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And of course, hit them likes. Them likes are like candy. So it's actually been quite a while since I've been in this version. I almost don't remember my base, but this is when I first started building bases down here, and then we found out in later versions that this was a lake. We had no idea. So what do I have in here? Not a whole lot. We have a crafting bench over here. This is all we can craft, T3. What do we have over here? This is all that we can unlock. Wasn't very much. And this is where everything stood at the time. Oxygen, O2 tank, and veg tube 3s were under oxygen. These were under heat. And this little bit of stuff is what we got under the pressure. I believe the biodome is definitely moved. But yeah, so much has changed there. And how's our power readout look like? So we don't have that split screen anymore where it shows us all our connected devices and our consumption and drain. It just yeah, that's it. We only have the one board here. We don't have the antenna yet. How do we get up here? So I got a heater and a plant in there. Two plants. A plant and a heater. So it looks like I sealed these rooms off. There's no way in. That's kind of cool. Let's go on up. Alright, we got a biodome up here. So we all know in our newest version of Planet Crafter, our biodome is a crafting. Well, it's not crafting, but it shows us we need to unlock some stuff. There's nothing to unlock here. We don't have the seed spreading rocket or the biolab or any of that. If you reach 1500 TIs or 150 KTI, the atmosphere is now blue. But there's still a long road to terraformation. You'll get your new assignment soon. You reached the end of the beta, but feel free to continue exploring and building. Can you go to 1 million? We've gone to 6.5 almost. So in this version, the blue sky was all we got. We didn't get no rain. We didn't get the asteroids. We didn't get no water. But yeah, let's go check out some of the biomes and see what's all different. Alright, some of the other changes I've noticed is the magnesium. The magnesium was just a little pile of poo here on the ground. Now it's like these two little crystal rocks that stick up out of the ground quite significantly. So the silicon and everything else still looks the same. I don't know if the ice has changed any or not. I think the drills might have changed. I can't remember. But somebody wrote a comment, why don't you get rid of the lower tier stuff? And this is kind of why. I like to go back and see what's different from one year, or not year, from one update to the next. So I keep all the different versions built and keep them around as much as I can. Just like the solar panels. These are definitely different. I don't remember them red tips on them. These are T2 solar panels. Alright, so let's go and check out the crashed ship up on the hill. That's one of the things I want to see what changed up there. Let's go in here and see what's different. So there was no deconstruct in here at the time, so we could just walk right in here. We just had a crate here. I've emptied all these out. Just kind of looking at the layout. I think the layout's about the same. And we'll look down here. Yeah, I think all these are empty. So I cleaned them all out. I could start a new game back in this build if you guys would want to see something like that. Alright, so that was it for the crashed ship. Go right here and see what this wing looks like. So the wing looks exactly the same. This all looks exactly the same. And this is where the crate would be for the golden crate. Alright, so now we're going to go over here and look at the rock spires and see what's different over here. The first thing I'm noticing, it seems like in the version we play now, this is much steeper. Like, I think this whole ground level is higher than what it is now. I think they had to make it steeper to accommodate the lake. But yeah, that was much more of a hill. There's much more of a hill here now. That's still pretty flat and level with the bottom of the lake. And we're just getting to this hill now. Yep, it's definitely different here. Another thing that's different is there's no sandstorm back here. No weather system at all. No rock cave over there, no golden chest. The only crash module that's in this area is this one little box over here. And that's all it was. I think there was, I forget what was in these boxes. It's been a while. But they're all emptied out. So let's go over here to the dark and gloomy Illumina field. Alright, so let me know if you think that this is darker than we play now. It's going to turn dark here in a second. There it goes. I'm thinking that this is a little bit darker than what we have now. I just think maybe the tint's a little different or something is. But we still have the crashed ship. I believe that's the only thing we have in here now. Is the wheel still on the ground over here? Alright, so this is all different right here. All this. Because in my one video, we could stand here next to the back end of this ship. We see a wheel here, and we have an open road all the way through to the golden crate. And there's our thing that we go to get to the golden crate. But yeah, these rocks here have been changed. Nothing in there. Alright, good stuff. So here comes one of my favorite areas, the windy river. Alright, we are going to come out of the darkness here, hopefully. Alright, we are out of the darkness. And here we are at the windy river. This doesn't look right. Not at all. It's all different here now. What do we got down here? There's actually a little cutout down here that no longer exists. So yeah, I was so happy when I saw that windy river, but then so disappointed when it flooded. But then so very happy again when I see that they fixed the flooding of it. So what do we see over here? No rocky maze. Nope. That doesn't exist yet. So right up against our crashed ship here, right from the leaning rock. Where is the leaning rock? Right over the hill here somewhere. Because our valley, our crash valley is right there. But yeah, you can see there is no rock maze back here at all. We got these rocks here at the moment. I do know that the maze was set a little further back, but they did start right here. And we do not have that. Let's go in here and check out this ship and see if anything is different in here. Crate still there. Kind of pretty much looks the same. I don't know. I think there might be another room added. My memory ain't too good. So that's this crash ship. And then right over this direction, we should have our sand cave, right? So over there is our sand cave. We have no sand cave. No, no, no. And out there was our desert crash ship. We have no desert crash ship. Let's go over here and check out the sand cave entrance. This right here would have been the entrance to our sand cave. As you see, it's one solid chunk of rock right now. We'll walk around to the back side here. Alright, you can see how this is all undeveloped. Wow, look at that mountain. That's a high sand mountain. Alright, so here we are in version 2.005. Now in this version we do have the sand cave, but we do not have the rock maze. We do have a crude windy river, the beginnings of before it got refined, put it that way. And I'm not sure what's different over here, but I haven't been over there yet. But I did create all this because I kind of had to in order to show you all the different crafting stations. And this took a little bit to unlock at 250. But I just got it. I got it installed, so now I'm recording. So over here you can see in this menu we have a tier 2 crafting station, where in the last version we only had the one crafting station. It didn't say tier 1 or tier 2. So now we have a tier 2. And in the tier 2 we have all this beautiful stuff here. A lot of this had to be unlocked. This had to be unlocked. This had to be unlocked. And you can see on my board here, they are here. So some of this stuff had to get unlocked first before it showed up. But yeah, that's what happened. So let's look over here at this station. So at the moment, we do not have... Yeah, let's go up here and look. We do not have the rock maze, nor do we have the sand waterfall to get our super alloy. So for the items that require super alloy, we actually had to make the super alloy or find it in the chest randomly placed around the map. Same thing with the uranium. We had no way of mining uranium. We can only find it in chests. So we was kind of limited to however many was available. So in order to make these and this, I would need the super alloy. So we would have to start crafting or find a few of them laying around. So that's pretty much it for craftability. Our menu is limited to pretty much what you see here. I think I only had a heater left. Let's see. The heater and Biodome 2 was the only two that was left. So let's go over here and check out the sand cave and see how that looks. Alright, here we are at the entrance of the sand cave. And yeah, no rock maze over here and no crash ship out there. I do want to look around the corner here because in the first version we had this huge sand mountain around here. I think the sand mountain is gone now because they put these openings here. Yep, sand mountain gone. All undeveloped. One of the key things that I want to point out that's different in the sand cave, well, this is the original sand cave. The first version the sand cave came out. And what we have here, two pillars leaning against each other over an opening. This, in our updated version, is the entranceway to the sulfur mines. And then this would all be the sulfur mines. And then back there would be the sand waterfall. That whole blue area back there. So all this has been changed. This becomes a huge rock circle that ends right there. And then they got these huge boulders finishing up the circle. But the reason why I'm pointing this out, this is kind of cool back here. This would be a cool place to put a base, hey? Oh. Too bad we don't have this anymore. This would be kind of cool back here. But the reason why I'm pointing this out is because in the next version that comes out, well, the next version that I have, the 3.0 something, this entranceway is sealed off. It's like they did away with it. They didn't want it there no more. And then later on, they open it back up and seal it with ice that melts away. And you got that little ice stone there now. But yeah, watch in the next version. This will be all sealed up. Let's check it out. So let's go over here and check out the rock spires now. Now, in this version, we still do not have lakes or meteors or anything like that. This still looks the same as the last version. I know this is much steeper and longer in the new one. Alright, so this still looks the same back here. Still no dust cloud filling the area up. We got 3 chests in there. I think the only addition to this version was the windy river and sand cave. Everything else is kind of subtle. But we're going to go over here and check out my windy river that we kind of missed in the last one. Alright, here we are. This is my windy river. This is the first time it was introduced. Was in 2.005. It was before we even got any water, so we didn't know that this was going to fill up. Quite an interesting little cavern there. But yeah, it's kind of all over the place here. All hilly, chunky, and a lot of back and forth curves. And it was before they put in the dam. We had this big rock picture down there. But like I said, you know, now the water level stops like right here. But all this would get covered. All that would get covered. You couldn't see the curves no more. But they fixed it, so now it has a slight curve all the way through with a dam at the end. Love it, love it, love it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this version. Like I said, the biggest update was the sand cave. So let's go check out the next version now. So here we are in version 3.003. I don't know if I lost a version somewhere, but this was the world that I used to do the 8 golden chests with the underground bunker. This is where the underground bunker beacon sat. So that shows you one dramatic change right there. And all these other beacons are the chests. So crazy. These chests are no more here. We're going to check them out anyhow. So all my runs were done from this starting point. Oh, we do have water in this world though. So let's see if there's a golden chest here in this world. It's funny is in this build, this lake is almost filled at 6.7 mil. But in the new version, 6.7 mil is just enough to get the bottom covered. And not even all the bottoms covered. So yes, we do have our first official golden crate in this version. Very sweet. There's the beacon. But yeah, there's going to be a couple beacons that just doesn't pan out. So I'm going to wait for this storm to go away. Maybe it just went away. And let's go check out the rock spires. So as you can see, now you have a nice gradual ramp up here. Before we didn't. It just pretty much was straight flat up to like this point, and then we had this short climb. But definitely not this tall, deep valley that we have now. So we do have the sand cloud back here. That hasn't changed any. Well, that did change. We didn't have that in the first one. But we still have it today. Although it looks more red now. I don't think the new version is so reddish. Now we do have a golden crate back there. This is new. And this is from the original. And then they added this one here, which doesn't really do anything. It was just a big box, something to look at. Alright, so now we have a wheel here, and now we have the wheel there. Before we didn't have this, but this is something that's still not there. I think they moved this piece, definitely, because we used to be able to stand here and look straight back. And we would get our, from right here, that's our pillared. So yeah, it's a little bit better. Alright, we are inside the rock maze that was newly added. As you can see, this kind of looks a little bit different than what we're used to. I really didn't believe that was always there, but I guess it was. So the one thing they did change was the angle of this. Because we used to be able to just parkour up there, and yeah, we was up there. So yep, good stuff. I do want to look here, because I think this is somewhat different. How to get up here. Yeah. This is all a little bit different. Because we know one of my videos, one of the crates is like right behind us here. But I'm not even seeing that marker, which is weird. But yeah, this is opened up. And no, not a crate, but a cave is back there. But we do have a crate over here. The golden ones we're talking about. Should be right here behind this corner. They got a blue one, but this is where our gold one is. So they switched these two. I don't know why, but yeah. So I believe that's it for this version. You know, not a whole lot has changed. Our crafting menu. We have all this stuff. Where is my main base at? I believe it's inside the sand cave. Let's head over there. I should have a crafting table over there. Alright, here we are. These are the things that we can unlock. This is when we first got rockets. We got large storage. Nothing else is really new. We got the small baby nuke. Not even a seed spreader or any of that stuff yet. Good stuff. So let me show you something sort of interesting here. In the first version, the opening to the sulfur mine was right here. This version is sealed off. I don't understand why they sealed that. But then they open it back up in the new version to put the sulfur mine on the back side of that. Interesting, huh? The little things you don't notice until you see them. So let's go here and look at our crafting bench and see what was what back here. Back then. Back now. Wrong door evidently. Oh, we want to go down here. Alright, so this is what we got here. And on what levels. This just keep moving around, doesn't it? It was up here last time. And then this is what we got here. We have the rocket engines now because we have the rocket platform. Other than that, not too much more is different. Alright. Moving on. Alright, as you can see, we are back in the current version, 3.010. Sadly, that was all the early version copies I have, and that's all there's going to be, because from this point forward, they'll be pushing their updates through Steam. Where before, we would actually download each copy and run it from a folder, and I was able to save each one of those copies. But let me know what you think about the Blast from the Past and the growth and the things that got added and how things used to look and all that good stuff. I found it very interesting. I definitely think it deserves a thumbs up. Click that like. See you guys next turn. Thanks for watching.